Oh, yes, Nzansi, welcome back. Your Friday edition of your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and it's going to feel so good right now because we are joined today by an absolute creative force whose work bridges the worlds of theatre, storytelling, and soulful reflection. Now, Anwar McKay, renowned theatre producer, a visionary director, and unapologetic lover of nature. This man's already stolen a piece of our heart just hearing this. But raised in Bonteheuwel on the Cape Flats, Anwar's journey from the vibrant streets of Cape Town to the stages of South Africa has been shaped by both grit and imagination. Now, what we're celebrating is his latest book, which is a testament to that spirit. So today he joins us to explore the heart behind the pages, the stories that shaped him, and the dreams that continue to guide his path. And joining him on the couch is his partner, comedic royalty, so they say, Mark Eugene Lottering.
No. What an intro.
I know, but so deserved, because I don't think people have had this opportunity to see the real, raw, authentic magic behind all of it. And Mark, you alluded to it earlier about how the world needs this right now. So Anwa, I think this book is absolute perfect timing. The Invisible Boy from Bramble Way. Is this about you, or is it just a fictional story? How much of this resonates? Because there's themes of identity, belonging, resilience, growing up. I mean, this is something that I absolutely relate to.
Yeah, no, it's 100% Anwar. It's my memoir. It's autobiographical.
Ooh.
I was very brave.
Yeah.
It's a book that wanted to be written despite myself. I mean, who wants to put themselves out there, right?
To this world, sure, it's bad and ugly.
Yes. So the book was inspired during COVID. We suddenly had downtime.
Yeah.
The world was facing a collective a trauma, right? And I went into reflection mode. It was also a time when my mom was frail.
Sure, okay.
And I knew that we did not have a lot of time with her left. And I started phoning her daily. It was our connection. I wanted information, right? Family information, heritage, all of those things. And it was a time for me to also face my personal trauma and collect the different parts of Anwa. And it was quite a thing. It was quite a thing. And that inspired the book. I started typing. And for 9 months, I was at my laptop, and it just came pouring out of me. And it felt like a magical process.
Sure.
And
what I can feel from what you're trying to articulate right now is so beautiful to me, because you're not struggling. You literally are giving this energy of someone that, I always say this, heal the boy and the man will appear. And I look at you and Mark right now, and I see such incredible men sitting on that couch. Not jokesters, not funny guys. I see men that have dealt with real trauma. And I think in our culture, that's a big thing, because we're not taught how to do that. And we go through so much as we grow up. And I think this is a lot of what your book is reflecting on. It's stuff that people like us don't actually deal with, but you force yourself to face it head on, and somehow you put this into a memoir of a book, and that's what I think we're celebrating this morning. I don't know if you feel that in this.
No, absolutely, and hence the title, The Invisible Boy from Bramble Way. This boy had the need to be seen, but truly seen, right? And in the book, I touch on heritage. I speak about my early years, well, the forced removals, it's the 80s, it's during apartheid, and it celebrates me growing up in Bramble Way, Bonteheuwel, and it touches on the fact that it was such a safe neighborhood. I had a wonderful early childhood before the gun violence, pre-94. We had such safety, and it was a tight-knit community. And my child is your child. And the games we played, so it's a celebration of that culture. But it was wonderful until it wasn't, right? I was a working class, gay, Muslim boy during apartheid, trying to navigate a very, very sticky situation, a very challenging situation. And it wasn't an emotionally safe world for me. And so like I said, it was fabulous until it wasn't. And so being gay, being Muslim, on the Cape Flats, having to navigate incredible trauma, basically emotional violence that was inflicted on me, and having, during a time when mental illness was not even a concept. So I found myself struggling with acute anxiety and just self-doubt, and having to navigate primary school and high school. But through all of that, I had the most incredible family. I had the most incredible mother, and she loved me, and her eyes would light up whenever she saw me, and that carried me. And because of that, I discovered an incredible resilience and courage. And that was the truth of who I was. But what inspired the book was I wanted to shine a light on what happens when we discriminate against others, and when we it just felt like what I went through was unacknowledged, and I just wanted to shine a light on that, to offer a window into the because this is my life story, but also this is the impact that my life story has had on me and the many years of emotional suffering. So there I was at my laptop collecting all these pieces, and the boy, ultimately it's a phoenix rising, it's a happy ending, but it was an incredibly healing experience, because it wasn't, oh, look at my story, gawk at it. I wanted just to offer a window and for people to connect with that boy on, and just to be visible, not Anwa, oh, see me. No, see me.
See and feel.
See my humanity.
Yeah.
That's ultimately what I'm trying to say. It's a celebration of humanity, and I wanted people to connect, to truly feel, see me.
Anwar, I think you've done that in such an exceptional way. I need to take this moment to say, and I think on behalf of many, I'm so proud of you for going through what you went through, for dealing with the ridicule, for dealing with the prejudice, for dealing with all that pain, and not giving up when there were so many moments when it sounds like you should have, but you didn't.
Absolutely.
And you showed up. You used that as your fuel for something positive, and you've put it into a book, which I think is going to be such a testament and such an accolade. So thank you for turning that pain into something so incredible. I think it deserves an applause, because I think this is your moment, man.
Thank you.
And I can just feel how hard this is for you to just even articulate right now. So I want to leave it at saying thank you. And Mark, I want to ask you this question, maybe seeing this from the outside, seeing this from, and it seems like both of you have had a catalyst to start this journey together, where you rise up using the pain that you've both experienced, sharing the story, which is more in a testament. It's like a call to action for everyone that has gone through this, and you speaking and representing such a big culture, so many people. Mark, seeing this change in Anwar, seeing him rise from the ashes, what is it like from your side? Because I'm sure there's something that resonates with you as a partner, being in these dark moments. What is this moment real like? This is a celebration like no other, right?
I'm just hoping that it makes a lot of money, because we have so much debt right now because of this process, you know. We wasn't out making money.
I just have to say it's been my rock.
Oh, I can only imagine.
He's
I can only
incredible.
imagine, yeah.
Is that all? When, you know, just listening to Anwar speak now, I just want to get to the point where you said it is your story. And then he said, you know, and I thought he was going to say the following, because I want to say that listening to Anwar, it's also the story of so many people. So I think it's a life-saving book. It's because quite often we think we're alone in the wilderness, until we hear somebody else speak, until we hear somebody else is going through exactly what we're going through. And it was very unsettling for me to read this book, obviously, because if you love somebody and you see them in the darkest phases of life, you just want to go back to that time and rescue that person. But you can't, and you know, thank God that Anwar came through that. So I hope that it brings many people back from the edge of wherever they want to go, because it can easily take you there. But so I don't know if I can read the book again. It's that raw. It's beautiful but brutal as well, because Anwar gets so real. And I want to say there's a chapter or two in the book where he talks about me. I feel that I need to say this on international television.
Clear this up for us.
Let me just clear this
clear up the...
My book is going to be called The Way I See It.
My perspective.
My perspective, the way I remember it. You know, it's just so honest. And I think as we said earlier, there's just this thing going on in the world where we want to live with authenticity and truth and talk about these issues, talk about anxiety, talk about depression, because we are living with our phones now. TikTok, Instagram, everything's beautiful. Life's great, you know, we're out on the night in town, we're in Bree Street. Oh, we're having such an amazing time. But we never stop to speak to each other about what's really going on when we get home, what's going on in our heads, what's happening before we go out when somebody just says, let's quickly meet for a drink or a coffee. What are we really going through?
And the demons they're struggling with. Yeah.
And the demons they're struggling with, and the demons that you bring to the fore, that you talk about. So it's very real, and it's great that we can sit here and have this conversation.
And this is exactly what needs to happen. I feel that these are the conversations that were lacking in our culture when we grew up. As a boy looking for a man to be inspired by and to look forward to, that was lacking in our community. We had negative influences. We had all this prejudice and everything else to deal with. How would you maybe share a message with youngsters right now that you know are still going through these same issues, are still dealing with the suffering, are still dealing with this pain? How can you encourage them to turn this pain into power? What message would you say to that young Anwa that's going through all of this right now? What would you help him to try see that light and to try reach this incredible position where you have healed, where you are now a stronger man forward and you are resonating and causing impact?
I would say hang in there, it gets better, and ultimately find your tribe. Find your tribe. It might be difficult now, but it does get better, and we just have to find community of kindness and just persevere. Persevere.
I can't say more than just thank you to these incredible souls for sharing this magical moment with us. And this is what we celebrate. The challenges that we've gone through as boys turning into men. There's such a tough journey, and especially for those that are constantly still being prejudiced against. So Anwar's voice is one that resonates far beyond the pages of Invisible Boy from Bramble Way. I think this is a story that invites us to see, to feel, and to remember these invisible threads that connect us all. And I think if you'd like to celebrate this remarkable debut in person, you can do the following. You can join Anwa at the book launch. It's happening at Exclusive Books Cavendish, 17th of September. And you definitely want to book your spot, and you can do it at www.exclusivebooks.co.za. If you want to heal, you want to be inspired, if you want to resonate with someone that's turned pain into power, well, you found them right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and you'll see them at Cavendish. For now, Mzansi, let's celebrate this incredible journey and know that there's more incredibleness to come.
And you'll get your signed copy.
Yes! Exclusive, baby.